Well, we're here in Gatineau, Quebec with some early snow and a chance to drive the 2016 Toyota RAV4, which has been heavily refreshed. It's got a new look on the front, new look in the back, and under the hood, Toyota's added their famous hybrid system.
The RAV4 has received a facelift, literally. The higher mounted headlamps and the raised front bumper. On the top model, there's even LED projector headlights. The rear adds a larger tailgate with more paint along the bottom to reduce the amount of black plastic. Plus, there's a whole new set of wheels available. The biggest change is the fact the RAV4 is now available as a hybrid.
When people look for hybrids, they're looking for added fuel economy, but also added versatility. And two, because the RAV4 is right in the heart of the hottest market segment in Canada. So this year, RAV is poised to overtake Corolla as our #1 selling vehicle. So for us, bringing hybrid is an important part of our future.
Now you have to remember, this is what we call a mid-cycle refresh. On the inside, the refinements are kind of subtle. You can still see the same RAV4 here, the dashboard. Everything else on the inside is a carryover from the previous model. What you don't see right away is the camera system that they've embedded in this RAV4. So there's a camera in the front, camera in the back, and under the side mirrors. Now, we've seen this before with other products, but I think what Toyota's done is they've taken it and they've stitched it together and they've used programming and animation to give it a look that we've never seen before. So it actually turns and rotates. There's a button on the screen, you can push that and you can access the different cameras in different modes depending on what you're doing. You're parking, you're backing up, you're using the front camera, and it's really quite clever technology, so that's good to see that. Now that's only really available on the top trim levels, and you do have smaller screen sizes on some of the lower RAV4s. But all of the goodness that was here with the RAV4 is still here. It's easy to get in and out of. Even with the hybrid model, there's really no compromise. The rear seat sits up a little bit higher because that's where the battery is underneath there, so you lose a little bit of cargo space if you have the rear seats down, and that's it. Now, where some competitors to this vehicle have had some issues going with new technology, I'll give you an example. The Honda CR-V had vibration issues. They went to a new engine, new transmission. Toyota has decided to stick with what works. It's proven technology, it's reliable, and it does a good job. It's a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine up front, has 176 horsepower, and it all goes through a 6-speed automatic transmission to either front-wheel drive or optional all-wheel drive. Most Canadians are going to offer the all-wheel drive, and I would suggest it because it definitely helps with resale. Because this RAV4 is now available with radar cruise control, you can build on top of that all of the advanced safety systems. So that's good stuff that they've got that in the RAV4. Unfortunately, you have to only get it on the top limited trim level. But the other thing that's nice about this vehicle, it's now available as a hybrid. Now, the upside to having a hybrid system is, of course, greater fuel economy. So you get a bit more power, but you get 6.9 liters per 100 kilometers in the city and 7.6 on the highway. That's really remarkable for a compact crossover vehicle. And the thing is, if you drive with an eye to efficiency, you can actually hit those numbers. Now, this is based on the same platform as the Lexus NX. In actual fact, it's the other way around. The NX is based on this, but that vehicle had the hybrid system first, so it was easy for them to transplant it into the RAV4. The difference, though, between the two vehicles is that the Lexus is quite soft, but this RAV4 is sprung and has shock absorbers that give it a bit of feedback to the driver. It handles quite well, it corners better than the Lexus, and has a bit more feedback to the driver through the seat of your pants.
From an overall value standpoint, think of it this way. There is no other product in its segment in the marketplace. So if you're looking for hybrid technology, this is the vehicle that delivers on it. It also represents the sort of commitment that we're making going forward, because in its next generation, it's going to be built right here in Canada.
The Toyota RAV4 is a Canadian success story, not just because Canadians buy these in huge numbers. It's made in Canada, in Woodstock, Ontario, and soon to be added to the Cambridge line as well. And this vehicle has always been one of the best sellers in a hyper-competitive compact crossover marketplace. Now with Toyota's hybrid system, you get the utility you need, the all-wheel drive traction Canadians crave, plus amazing fuel economy.
Want more? Extended reviews of many of our segments are available online at drivingtelevision.com.